What up, you guys? Slim here of Team Purple Panda, back yet again with another video. I'm seeming to finally reach out to the community, and I'm finally getting some good feedback that I've been wanting since I started this channel only like 2 days ago. So we're really roaring real quick with these videos. I'm very big on this. When I decided to make this channel, I told myself, this is going to be kind of almost like a job, and I need to treat it like a job. I need to act professional. I need to give people what they want. I need to produce videos, and I need to cover what people want to see. And so far, I've been pretty successful, I would hope, and I would hope that anyone that watches this would say that I have, because I am working extremely hard on this. Because this does mean a lot to me, and I hope it means a lot to you, because the community means a lot to me. So I'm going to get into this real quick. I got this from J-Roy Cards, I believe. You sent me a message or a comment on my last video about non-meta decks, and you asked me to profile my Gravekeepers, and yeah, I'm going to do that for you. I haven't really changed my deck that much since the last regionals. My side deck's changed. I'm not really going to profile my side deck. I mean, I will, just to show people, I guess, what I'm running right now. And my extra deck's changed because I've lent some things out. So just bear with me on this. And yeah, we'll just get into it real quick. It's nothing special. I'll be very blunt about that. There's nothing special about my Gravekeepers at all. I don't take credit for any of these ideas, because these ideas have already been done so many times. But I'll give you just my version of GKs, Slim Ks, whatever the hell you want to call it. I know people want to come up with these innovative names for the decks. So if anyone comes up with one, hurrah! I just love them. I call them my babies, because I love my Gravekeepers now. So I'll get into it. Start off, 3 Gravekeeper Spy. Most important card, one of the most important cards in the deck. You flip it, special summon Gravekeeper with 2,000 or less. Usually set up the combo where you go flip Spy, get Descendant, flip Spy, get Recruiter, and then summon Descendant, or vice versa, depending on your setup, and you just plus once everything gets out. Gravekeeper Spy is extremely important under Necro Valley. That has 2,500 defense. That's big. That's really hard to get around. Sheehan, you're not getting around it. So yeah, Gravekeeper Spy, extremely important. Self-explanatory. Next, we got 3. Gravekeeper Commandant. Commandant is extremely important. It's your Necro Valley, basically. It's your free Necro Valley, and you discard it to the graveyard, get Necro Valley to your hand, activate Necro Valley, set up for your play. Personally, this may be different from a lot of Gravekeeper players. Maybe I'm wrong, but I love Gravekeeper's Commandant just for the fact that he's a 2,100 beater when under Necro Valley. That's amazing. I summon him so many times rather than send him to the graveyard, because, I mean, if he's going to die, I'd rather have him go and, do something for me, I guess you could say. And 2,100 is a big attack, get over those monsters, bait out those traps, bait out those warnings, and bottomless, or whatever else people are running. And Gravekeeper's Commandant has never let me down. I think it's one of the best cards in the deck, aside from its searching ability. 2,100 is a lot. So definitely run Gravekeeper's Commandant. You have to run it. Next is Baldy, the Baldy of the group. We've got here 3 Gravekeeper Recruiter, and Gravekeeper Recruiter is really important. I actually just dropped like all my cards. This is kind of funny, but I'll keep talking about Recruiter. Hope everyone hears me. Gravekeeper Recruiter is really important. It's search effect. It's a Witch of the Black Forest for Gravekeepers, which is of course extremely important, and you have to run it. I mean, since it came out in, what was it, Star Strike Blast? Yeah. And it's been very relevant to this game because, you combo it with Gravekeeper's Spy. I said it a lot. Under Necro Valley, 2,000 defense, that's pretty big. You're not really going to get around it. So, Gravekeeper's Recruiter, self-explanatory. You have to run it. Combos off amazingly, pluses you amazingly. And also, everyone's forgetting Spy and Recruiter. You're looking at them as these 1,200 attack point little pieces of shit, that have no offense. Play Necro Valley, 1,700. That's an answer. Ba-boom, into Tengu. I don't care if you summon another one. If you special summon a Tengu, I run into you with a Recruiter. I'm searching too. So you know what? It's a war, and it's on. And Recruiter's amazing. Same with Spy. They cannot be underlooked for just their defense. They're also good offense under Necro Valley. And hell, I'll swing for 1,200. I don't care, because 1,200 could be the difference between a win and a loss. Next, probably the key card of the deck, I think, is Gravekeeper's Descendant. His popping ability is amazing. You combo him with Spy, Recruiter, whatever your setup is, like I've said before. He's extremely powerful. 2,000 attack under Necro Valley. I mean, 2,000 attack isn't too shabby to me. I think it's really good. So I've won so many games just by attacking with a Descendant. I do it all the time on Dueling Network. I just leave Descendant out there and, attack. 4 attacks, I win. Just throwing that out there, so it's pretty cool. I like it. Personal favorite, I think, of the deck, the Assailant. Gravekeeper's Assailant. I cannot talk enough about this card. Won me most of my games against Samurais in my playtesting, and actually did win me over Sheehan at the last regional. Ran over Sheehan, shipped it to defense. Your 1400 has nothing on my 2000. You die. And it's a great card. You have to run it. Some people run two. I run one. I like one. It's important, and I was once told by one of my friends that plays Gravekeepers, you know, value every Gravekeeper that's in here, because every Gravekeeper can help you at one point in the game, and it's extremely true, and Gravekeeper's Assailant is no different. So definitely run him. At that level of any Gravekeeper helping you out, I run this one. I took this idea from Jonathan Weigel and Austin Kuhlman in their main deck builds, and it's Gravekeeper's Guard. Everyone bypasses Guard when they build Gravekeepers, because they're like, oh, you know, you flip, you bounce a monster back to your opponent's hand. Let's see. Oh, what can I bounce? Oh, I don't know. Sheehan. Yeah, it's the Sheehan killer. I did it so many times to get rid of Sheehan. Get rid of these synchros. You know, you know, I was lucky enough. I got Trishula'd, and they Trishula'd my other Gravekeeper, which I think at the time was I set Descendant, or I set something. It wasn't that good. It wasn't that good to play. But they left Guard. They attacked into Guard. I Trishula went back to the extra deck. It was awesome, and I won the game because of that. So never look down upon Gravekeeper's Guard. 2400 defense under Necro Valley, 1900 to begin, which is pretty solid, and he's 1500 attack under Necro Valley. I've swung with him before to run over stuff, so you can't neglect him at all. He's a really good card. And last monster, the only one that's not a Gravekeeper, Gale. Same thing, Weigel and Kuhlman ran this. It's a great card. 9 rounds, I maybe synchroed once. I don't really synchro with this deck, but Gale's important. Half Sheehan. I know I keep talking about Sheehan, but I know how much people can't stand 6 Samurais and Sheehan's negating ability, because it is really cheap. And yeah, this is an answer to Sheehan, and you know, bait out that warning. You know, if you can't get past Sheehan, you know, bait out that warning, because look at their life points, look at their hand, look at how they're playing. You know, if they're scared, they'll flip a warning on him, and it's amazing if they do. So Gale is just amazing all around, and this is actually the Duelist Pack Crow Gale. I wanted one of these because it was the cheap little one, but I like it and it looks cool, and it looks like the name is maybe even a different color. I don't think it is. I think it's the regular silver rare, but still, Gale is amazing. Run Gale. Okay, we're going to get to the spells real quick. 3 Necro Valley. You have to run it. The end. You have to run Necro Valley. 500 attack point boost, locks down the graveyard for your opponents, most of their effects. They aren't coming back from this. Necro Valley is extremely important. Run Necro Valley. I know I'm keeping it really short on Necro Valley, but, you know, any Gravekeeper player knows why you run Necro Valley. It's self-explanatory. These here are blank. These are my 2 potted dualities that I have coming to me. I had borrowed 2 from my good friend Vaughn and teammate when I was running the regionals. So yeah, these are blank. These are 2 potted dualities. I run 2. I don't like running 3. I think 2 is really good, and it helped me a lot when I needed it. You know, I didn't rely on it because I thought to myself, you know, potted duality is great, but you know, if it was ever to get hit, not that I'm saying it will, you know, you gotta be able to run without it. And I can clearly say as a player, knowing myself, that I can run without potted duality. It does speed the deck up though, and that's extremely important. Speed is very important. So run potted duality. If you don't have them, you know, I've heard people running upstarts. I don't know what's up with that. I understand why, because 1,000 life points isn't a lot, and Gravekeepers are extremely control-based. So, yeah. Alright, you guys, next card. You knew this was coming. I don't want to spend too much time on this. Royal Tribute. Amazing card. Bitch of a card. You get hate for this shit. But you know what? You know, man up. You know, if you get Royal Tributed, don't lie and say you lost because of Royal Tribute. You know, it got played. You know, like I said, there's only 2 in this deck. The deck's 40 cards. There's 38 other cards that aren't Royal Tribute. So, you know what? Get over it. We run it. Discard all your monsters. The end. It combos nicely with this bad boy. Gravekeeper's Steel. Grab 2 Gravekeepers from the grave, add them back to your hand, not affected by Necro Valley. Amazing. Opening with this, 2 Gravekeepers, and Tribute in Necro Valley is ridiculous. You just plussed your monsters back, plus made your opponent discard everything. Can't talk highly enough of that card. Next up is staples to MST. I main deck the MSTs. I think they're important. I think they're good to bluff your opponent. I've had so many people MST my MST, and I get to chain and pop another card. Really good. Run MST. You don't have to, but I like to. I think it's really good, especially in this format where a lot of stuff is set, since you don't have Storm anymore. And I don't run Trunade. I don't think Trunade's good, but you're not going to really OTK in Gravekeeper that much, so I don't think it's that important. Let's see, Dark Hole. This is my new Super Dark Hole. I actually picked one up at Who's On First, our store. I was really happy to get a hollow one. I haven't had a hollow one since the beginning of this game in 2002. It's really cool. This is the original Super one. And Dark Hole is self-explanatory. Clear the field. That's it. Clear the field. It's important. Run it. It's good. Last spell, Book of Moon. Like I said before, Book of Moon is amazing. I'm actually hoping someone will say, Slim, do a video on Book of Moon, because I will. Book of Moon has been amazing. It's getting on par with a lot of these spells that are limited to one. They're going to stay limited at one. It might actually become one of those. When you could run 3, I mean, it was amazing. I ran 3 in my Samurais, and you had protection for days. Book of Moon changes games. It's amazing. Run it. And get to the traps real quick. I'm going to start with Solemn Brigade. 2 warning, 1 judgment. Yeah, 2 warning, 1 judgment. You got to run them. I don't know what else to say. You got to run them. Negate stuff. Negate important stuff. Gain control of the game from turn 1. Warning that Kageki. Warning anything that just, gets in your way. Let's see here. Triple D Prison. Very important. I've already talked about in previous videos how important Dimensional Prison is. I run 3. Protection galore. It hurts a lot of cards. 2 of these knock out Xian. It's amazing. Xian goes bye-bye. So run D Prison. It's really good. You know why to run D Prison. I don't have to really explain it. I got this idea from Austin Kuhlman and from other players. Triple 7 Tools of the Bandit. I think I mentioned in one of my videos that I run 3, and I do run 3. Here's the proof. These are the Turbo Pack 5 ones, which I love because the image has gotten like a little lighter and it's been redone. It looks really cool. If you don't have the hollow ones, I mean, I don't really care. So 7 Tools is amazing. Pay 1,000 life points, negate that warning, negate that judgment. Make your opponent take a huge loss. Warning gets popped, and 7 Tools just wins games. It clearly wins games. I can't even stress it enough. So run 7 Tools of the Bandit. You don't have to run 3. That's my personal choice. Run 2, run 1, and run whatever. Run none if you feel it doesn't benefit you, but I think it's a really good card and should be run. Royal Oppression. I've already talked about how important Royal Oppression is. Gravekeeper's only special summon with Spy and if they synchro, which I don't really. This card is amazing. So many games are won with this card if you open with it. Your opponent's locked down. So amazing. Last 2 cards are Torrential Tribute. This is the rare one from the Turbo Pack 5. I'm really big on these Turbo Pack cards. I think a rare Torrential is amazing. It looks so cool. Torrential's been overlooked in some decks, but I think it's amazing. It's just like another Dark Hole. It's just in trap form, and it clears everything. Helps you set up, and it's good protection. I mean, I've Torrentialed for 1 monster, and people will say, oh, that's a bad play, but if it's going to win me the game, I'm going to do it. So Torrential's amazing and a staple in every deck. And last trap card, Mirror Force. You run Mirror Force because you run Mirror Force. Pop multiple monsters. It's important. Just do it. I can't stress that enough. Run Mirror Force. Unless you come up with a really good reason not to run Mirror Force. Like if you run Decree or something. So, yeah, Mirror Force. Alright, you guys. So that's the main deck. I guess I have no problem showing you guys my side deck for this format right now. This is the side deck I was using when I've been playing at my locals. And I haven't actually been playing in a lot of the tournaments. I've been busy actually trying to rebuild. I had my stuff jacked like 2 weeks ago, and through being patient and through good deals, I was able to fully rebuild everything and then get everything back plus more. So definitely got back in the game really quickly. I actually lost my original Gravekeepers. I was really sad about that, but I got them all new again, and I got them all rare. If people didn't notice, I wanted to kind of not bling out the deck because I'm not one to bling out decks, but just get it to a really cool version because I do like rares a lot. So I'll show you guys my side deck really quick right now. It's going to change, of course, as soon as the format changes. So start off with the basics. 2 Thunder King Ryo. Stop your opponent from adding stuff to their hand. 1900 beater. Amazing. 2 Cyber Dragon. Extremely important. You got to run them. 2 Kinetic Soldier. You got to run them. Anti-Sam. Puppet Plant. Same thing. 2 Noblemen of Crossout. Basics. You have to run them. 2 Rivalry and 2 Light Imprisoning Mirror. I'm getting low on time, so I'm just going to show you these real quick. I run them to stop fairies. I run them to stop a lot of decks, and they're really important. But yeah, I only have 15 minutes. So that's the end of the deck profile. That's Slim's Gravekeepers. Thank you once again to Jake Hards for sending me that suggestion. And yeah, enjoy the deck. Hopefully people net deck and I'll get maybe a little bit of credit. But yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching.